Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome to Paulo's booth. Yeah, man, it's a beautiful Sunday. So, yeah, man, I'm excited today. Also, I got Tsakane Baloyi, so she's gonna explain who she is. Very interesting lady, very passionate lady, guys. Yeah, let's just wait for her to go in. Hello.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, kiddo. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. Thank you so much for inviting me to your show. It is a
Yeah.
great honor to be part of a show where you actually hosted someone like Nsiki Mazwai. Imagine what a legend
Yeah.
that is. All right, guys. So my name is Tsakane Baloyi. I am a
Mhm,
32-year-old female, obviously, living in
mhm,
Kibla Park, south of Johannesburg at the present moment. I do have lupus, which was diagnosed in 2018. However, I also
mm,
feel like I should reintroduce myself. I'm not just Tsakani Baloyi. I am a lupus warrior.
mm,
I describe myself as a lioness, and I also describe
mhm,
myself as a lion. I'm that
mm,
strong. Lupus has put me through um, so many challenges in life,
mm,
challenges that I sometimes thought I would not recover from, challenges
mhm,
that I thought break me down as a human being.
mm,
However, I always
mm,
rise. And with lupus, let me tell you something a little bit about lupus, okay?
mhm,
So,
mm,
lupus is an autoimmune disease that basically
mm,
your own body attacks itself. So,
mm,
people normally don't understand that. So how I normally describe it is, um, let's say you've got flu. So
yeah.
instead of your immune system fighting that flu, your body actually helps itself to fight. So your flu worsens instead of it getting better.
Mm,
So what you need to do, it is a chronic disease. It's not curable. You need to live on medication constantly so that you can
yeah.
have more life, basically.
Yeah.
So a butterfly describes lupus. The reason why a butterfly describes lupus is because you sometimes get rash. I don't think it
Yeah.
is clear currently on my face.
Yeah.
However, if you take a good look at my face, you do see that I
Yeah.
do have a butterfly rash. So what I
Yeah.
also call myself, I describe myself as a black butterfly. The reason for that, remember with the
Wow.
butterfly, it dies. A butterfly
True.
dies and then it comes back as a cocoon
True.
and it shines after that. Butterflies are
Yeah.
beautiful, guys. I'm that butterfly. I'm that black butterfly. So, what I thought about my life is that I describe it like this: my wings were cut at some point of my life.
Mm,
I lost everything. I literally lost
mm,
everything. After Nje
yeah.
Lucas, I lost everything. However, being the strong person that I am, being the strong person that I've always been, I kept
Mm,
walking. I kept
yeah.
walking. I kept walking.
Mm,
So I was diagnosed with lupus in 2018. I was in
yeah.
hospital. Initially, they didn't know what was wrong. They
Mm,
made tests. They made tests. They didn't find anything. So with lupus,
mm,
it is a bit tricky to diagnose. Doctors
mm,
need to take your blood. They need to take certain skin on your body. So
mm,
what they did
mm,
is, I did a biopsy on my
mm,
finger, on the finger.
mm,
They had to cut
yeah.
off the skin on my body.
Mm,
I'm not sure
mm,
you are getting the picture, right? Yes, so they
yeah.
had to cut that skin. They were in test, doctors were in test.
Mm, mm,
Is there anyone in my family who actually has lupus? Because if you read up more about lupus, you'll find
mm,
out that it is something that can be family related. However, on my side, it's nothing like that. And then
yeah.
also where you live might
Mm,
affect immune
mm,
system for you to actually get lupus. So I'm not quite sure where I got it from because my
mm,
older sister had scleroderma. So with scleroderma,
mm,
it is worse than lupus. Okay,
mm,
so it's way worse than lupus, and it is a sister disease of lupus. So it might
yes.
have been the environment that we lived in, because things like
Mm,
the sun, they affect your lupus
yeah,
condition,
yeah,
scleroderma. Yes.
mm,
So yes, in my case, I think I can use that as the reason. It might have been, however, doctors don't really have final answers regarding
yeah, yeah,
lupus. Okay, so as I was explaining, 2018 I was diagnosed.
mm,
2019 I was in hospital. Every year since 2018, I've been in
yeah,
hospital for 6 months. There were times where I was admitted in ICU. It was very
mm,
hectic. They tell me that
mm,
I'd be sleeping for like 3 days.
mm, mm,
So then the
mm,
last time I had poison in my stomach, the last time I couldn't breathe. So it affects your heart, it affects your lungs. I had a clot
yeah,
BT last year. So I was in hospital since September. I
yeah,
I was recently discharged in January. So lupus has affected my life in so many ways. I was a girl who was working very hard.
mm,
Shiva, house, car, everything. I worked very hard for everything I had.
mm,
However, this also affected my career because in
mm,
2001, after
mm,
moving out of my parents' house, that's when I
mm,
literally lost my job. I was
mm,
working at FNB. However, at that time, my lupus was not up to scratch. It was not managed properly at the time. Remember, I
mm,
was just newly diagnosed. Right now, I am feeling confident with regards to where I
mm,
am living with this
mm,
condition. And also, I'd like to say,
mm. Tsakane?
I think there's something wrong with the network. So sorry about that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Load
yeah, it's okay.
shedding in Italy, that it is really affecting us badly. Just to add on this interview, I know I am
Mm,
off ramping, however, it is something that is really affecting due to the fact that
mm,
also the interview was a bit delayed because of those issues, and I do see that we are still experiencing those issues. However, just
yeah,
going back to lupus condition. So with lupus, as you can see, um, you look like you are fine, you look like you're okay. So it affects
yeah,
us in work environments because usually the people that we work for, they do not actually
mm,
understand that we are sick. Yes, I might look
mm,
okay, I might look good every time I come to work. However, this thing is killing me inside. It's in
mm,
here. Yes. So if I say I'm
mm,
sick,
mm,
I'm sick. So I think
mm,
I'm not saying we're using lupus as an excuse. We're not
mm,
using lupus as an excuse. It is really a deadly disease which
mm,
sometimes we cannot control.
mm, mm,
So my plea for people is to actually educate themselves regarding this rare disease, familiarize
mm,
themselves with more diseases that do
mm,
exist in our country. You know, like
yeah,
your lupus, your edema. There's your people are more familiar with your HIVs and
yeah,
your cancers, those
mm,
basic disease. Initially, before I was diagnosed with lupus, people used to say, I've got HIV. So on my
mm,
side, I usually rather have that than have this deadly disease. Because
mm,
with this one, anything can actually happen to you. I don't know the reason
mm,
why people are so scared of HIV when it's so manageable currently. You
mm,
just need to take your ARVs, guys, and you'll be okay.
mm, mm,
That's what I genuinely believe, that just take care of yourself and you'll be fine with that. So with lupus, like it's very tricky. Doctors sometimes can't um, treat it well to the
mm,
best of their capabilities because they literally don't know the reason why things are happening to you. Let me tell you something. After losing my job at FNB, I couldn't
mm.
walk for 5 months,
Wow.
and no one could really
Mm,
explain to me the reason for that. My legs, I woke up, I set my alarm as per normal. It was time for me
yeah,
to wake up and go to work, and my legs just stopped working. I couldn't
Ish.
walk, and no one could explain. Doctors did tests, doctors did what. It was so painful. It was so painful. And the only explanation
Mm,
was, you've got lupus. You know it
mm,
can do anything to your body. That was basically the only explanation that I got. After running some tests, they
mm,
saw that was what's this pus, and they had to drain it
mm,
out. However, for 5 months, I could not walk. I had to start walking from scratch. I was on a
mm,
wheelchair some time,
mm.
and then I used to walk. We used to call it, it's 4x4. You know those things
Yeah,
that
yeah.
grandmothers use to walk. Yes,
Oh, yeah.
I using a 4x4. It was literally hectic.
Mm,
When I do have time, I'll show you what I mean. However, it's not my video, but someone who has lupus was actually using that 4x4 to actually travel. And then I gained my
mm,
strength. I was now using crutches. I still have those
mm,
crutches. They gave it to me
mm,
in hospital. I've been through the most, honestly, with a
mm,
lupus. And I have started a business called Biz. It's an NGO business
mm,
where I actually
mm,
ask people to donate
mm,
clothes, donate food, donate water. So I normally there's a
mm,
certain charity that I select, and I'm constantly donating to those
yes.
people. So right now, I
Mm,
also just want to inform you that I will be hosting a lupus hackathon on the
mhm,
11th of May on Peggy Vera Road. So we will
mm,
be working for lupus. May is the
mm,
month we celebrate lupus. People need to
mm.
come dressed in something purple just to
Yeah.
represent lupus. Purple is the color for lupus. So please, they need to come dressed in purple. I will be having very special artists like yourself who will
Yeah.
be performing artists. I will be promoting so many lovely things. So if people can they please just follow my page? It's at
Mm,
Tsakane, but the E is a 3. Can they just follow my
mm,
page just for updates
mm,
so that they can learn more about lupus? Someone in their
mm,
family might be suffering from lupus. The signs for
mhm,
lupus are tricky because it sounds like you have joint pains, you get
mm,
skin rash, you can just feel
mm,
that your body is not okay most
mm,
of the time. Yeah, so it gives you those signs. So if your family is suffering from such things, please make sure that they do go to a doctor as soon as possible to run their tests. So they shouldn't go to a GP. A GP should write them a letter to see a rheumatologist. That's what I would advise.
yeah.
So they
Yeah,
take
yeah.
their blood, they also need to take them a biopsy to confirm
Mm,
so that they are
mm.
safe. This is a very deadly disease. Everyone needs to be aware of it and make sure that they take certain precautions just to make sure that it does not escalate. I'm
Wow,
not sure
wow.
if any questions that you'd like to ask me, maybe.
Yeah, because I mean, I also wanted to find out because as you've said, like we need to you check at the rheumatologist, right? So I saw
Yes.
like with the ratio here in South Africa, like you guys like for every 820,000 patients, there's one rheumatologist for that. Um,
Yeah.
do you think like the government system with that ratio is doing enough? And considering the fact that the previous organization that you are working for, a bank, in you being dismissed that way, and also having the evidence that you are that you had this lupus disease. Um, was it not somehow you being dismissed unfairly? And
Fairly.
what do you think we can be done to solve such issues? Like what policies do you think can be adjusted
All right. So,
in
so
your
with
views?
that, with my situation, I honestly feel that it was an unfair dismissal. However, at that point, I was only advised on a later stage that no, I should have disclosed. However, I keep on saying they were well aware that I was constantly in a hospital. So
mm,
something was wrong, which they were supposed to look into it. Because I spoke to a certain bank, which I will not be mentioning because now they are in competition. When I spoke to
mm,
that bank, they said to me that was unfair dismissal because you've got this
mm,
condition. We would have not done that for you. What we would have
mm,
done is take you to wellness so that we can learn more about this disease that you actually have. We educate ourselves because with
mm,
lupus, also at the time when I was in FNB and I was actually dismissed at FNB, it was affecting my mind. So it also
yes.
gets to your mind when you do things that you are not well aware of. So it was
Yes.
affecting my mind. I was a great worker. They even asked, like, what's happening? However, they did
Mm,
not look further into the information. They knew that I was constantly in hospital since 2018. However, they did not
mm,
take certain measures to actually help me, you know, help me
mm,
recover,
mm,
help to wellness, help me speak to someone. I mean,
mm,
these big organizations, they do have people you can actually speak to and tell
yes.
them what's happening in your life so that it helps with your work. Because this specific other bank, they were saying, no, should we hire you? What we will do based on your condition,
Mm,
we recommend that you actually work from home.
yeah.
Have issues like joint pains, sometimes you can't work, sometimes you can't
Mm,
walk, I mean to say.
mm,
However, if you
mm,
are working from home, you can still
mm,
um, be productive regardless,
mm,
regardless of conditions. You can still be productive. So I feel like
yes.
with your first question, with government actually stepping in, and I feel like they're not doing enough. Yes, fine, I do understand that your lupus is well managed in places like your US because they are well
Mm,
familiar with that. So in South Africa, it's like a newly disease. So most of the doctors that you do get, they are still
mm,
learning in the process. So
mm,
sometimes they learning with you. They'll say, try this tablet just to test if it
mm,
will work. However, I feel as though ever since I was diagnosed, there are a few improvements. There are a few improvements. The doctors also are.
mm,
I'm so I'm very happy
mm.
about that.
Okay.
However, I
Wow.
feel like should engage with your foreign countries like your US
Mm,
just so we get specific help because sometimes
mm,
they do even run out of tablets. There was a time I
mm,
think they ran out of chloroquine, which is the main tablet for
mm,
lupus. It is the
mm,
tablet for lupus. It's something that I take on a regular basis, Monday to Friday. So they do. The government needs to, and they need to spread the word regarding
mm,
such diseases. They need
mm,
to and just let people know that they do exist. Someone in
mm,
your family might have it, and just to
mm,
avoid them actually passing away in an instant without you knowing, and then they'll tell you that no, this person had a heart attack or this person experienced this, only to find out that no, this person actually suffered from
mm,
lupus. So it's
lupus.
those small
Wow.
things. Because the last time I had a clot, the specific person that I was talking to, he wanted to start an organization that will teach people about a tablet called warfarin. So you drink this tablet when you've got
Mm,
a smaller number clot. It's called a clot DVT. We call it DVT
mm,
to be
mm,
specific. So what it
mm,
happens is if you've got that, it travels to your lungs and your heart. So your heart
mm,
can stop anytime. So this person was like, each and every person should be taking this pill. Each and every
mm,
person should be supporting the flow of their blood and constantly going to
mm,
hospital to check if everything is still fine, if the blood is thin
mm,
or thick, because that's how people
mm,
get stroke. Because of that,
mm,
they know certain tablets that people should take on a regular basis, which I feel
mm,
that government is not telling us about to save,
mm,
to save our lives and to prolong our lives. You know,
mm.
just feel like
mm,
some things it's like there's something that's just not right.
yes,
It's like they try to cut our lives a bit short. However, let's not get into that conversation. However, people
mm.
just need to get educated about
Yeah,
such things.
it's interesting you say that, hey, because I mean, you remember with our previous president, Thabo Mbeki, when the
Yeah,
whole AIDS issue came out and he started questioning, you're saying this is an autoimmune acquired disease, right? So like, um, shouldn't we investigate on this thing if it can be curable, or and what certain natural
yeah,
remedies that we can use, you know what I'm saying, that can actually improve, because I mean some of the areas that we come from, like if you look at even also the lupus disease that you speak of, like when you look at the sub-Saharan, West African, and also our side, you know what I'm saying, which
yeah.
are areas where there's poverty and stuff like that. So what you're saying is not yeah, it's very true. You know what I'm saying? There are certain systems that profit from us, seeing us sick. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's yeah, and I think it's time we shouldn't be afraid to speak about it. You know what I'm saying? Um and also address it. But I think I'm glad that we're speaking, today, because this is actually a change. You know what I'm saying? So, you're probably, maybe you've been chosen to be the one that speaks on behalf of many others that are suffering from this disease. You know what I'm saying? And
Mm,
um, yeah, so like I wanted to know. I mean, usually, how do you cope mentally, and spiritually, you know what I'm saying, since you've been going through this disease, and
mm.
are there maybe certain diets that you have, you know what I'm saying, for those that might be uh, experiencing this disease also
Yeah. All right. And I
currently?
love the part where you say, I am the chosen
Yeah,
one. Because I
yeah,
am the lupus warrior. I am the
yeah,
chosen one. I am the one
yeah,
chosen to teach the
yeah,
world, Africa, about this disease. People need to know
yes,
about it. So
mm,
my coping mechanism is prayer.
mm,
I pray. I
wow,
pray a lot. When I'm in hospital, I ask God to save my life. I ask God to protect me from whatever it is that that that's in my body. I don't have this thing, literally. I don't
mm,
have it. I believe I've got this thing. It's got me. It just came
mm,
out of nowhere and just it got me. You understand? I'm not sure if I am explaining
mm,
this correct. However, I literally don't have this thing, and I will fight until the end. So what I've done, so with lupus, there's a certain diet that you actually need to follow in most cases. Because with me, what my doctors actually advised me is to avoid eating things like your takeaways. They want me to eat home cooked meals. So what I've done currently is I'm shying away from all your fancy food. You know,
mm,
I want to try your African meals, your
mm,
mhodu, your manina, which are things
mm,
that I initially I didn't eat. However, they advised me that manina, it helps with the
mm,
bones, which is what people with
mm,
lupus actually suffer from mostly. So guys, let's
mm,
go back to our old ways, which
mm,
is
mm,
what I would say. Let's go back to that.
mm,
Let's
mm,
connect spiritually with our ancestors, with God, with
mm,
the things that we eat. Yes, we are westernized, you've nails done everything. However, let's revert back to what we were previously before society changed us, before
mm,
society said told us that the things that we do um are wrong before
mm,
society instilled all these Western beliefs in our heads.
mm,
Let's go back.
mm,
Let's go. Let's go back, connect, and I think sorry about that. Going forward, we will survive literally anything
mm,
that comes our way. So change your diet. There is a book that I currently have. It's a
mm,
lupus book, it's a diet book. So that book assists you if you've got a flare up. So we flare up. When we flare up,
mm,
your body just totally fights against itself when it
mm,
starts flaring up.
mm,
That's what it is. It fights you. Your immune system just goes crazy. It's either mentally you are no longer strong enough. Your body itself, you can see. Right now, I do come from hospital. I'm
mm,
not sure if people can even notice that I'm not fully strong at the present moment.
mm,
I'm strong. However, when I'm fully strong, people who follow me, you can literally see from a picture that I take that I'm actually okay. My skin glows, my body
mm,
is strong, I gain weight and everything.
mm,
So there's I also use supplements like your
mm,
Ensure that
mm,
helps supports my body.
mm,
It
mm,
is it's a bit expensive to keep
mm,
your body intact. So that's why I feel like government needs to support us. There's
mm,
people who literally can't afford. So I changed from going to
mm,
private and now go to a public hospital. You literally spend the
mm,
whole day at that hospital. You must not
mm,
make plans for the day when you are going there. I feel like government should be providing us with things like your Ensure. I shouldn't be going to clicks. I'm currently unemployed right now.
mm,
Okay. I
mm,
shouldn't be going to clicks just to buy something for 300 rands that's this
mm,
size so that
mm,
the immune system can be supported.
mm,
Government needs to intervene in such things.
mm, mm,
Needs to support us. You know,
mm,
right now I am hosting this event, but
mm,
I sent an email to government. I sent an email to the hospital. However, there was no feedback given to me. The only
mm,
time I received feedback from that
mm,
email address, I used the same email, was when I was
mm,
complaining about the service at that hospital. However, now
mm,
because I'm trying to do something good, I'm trying to get funding from them, I'm trying to get t-shirts from them, there was absolutely
mm,
no response. And I sent
mm,
this probably last year when I was in the hospital. I was so disappointed. I was very
mm,
disappointed. So I'm not sure how to tackle, how to make sure that my walkathon is actually a success,
mm,
how to make sure that I do get those donations and everything that I
mm,
will actually need to educate people about lupus, for them to be at the event, just to spread the word.
mm. Wow.
Yes.
I mean, because like, I mean, when it comes to like, do you get support from corporations? Because I mean, like, if you look at many corporations, they always have events that they speak on, like with cancer and AIDS and many other disease. Do you feel also the business world or should I say the corporate world is making
Mm.
effort? And also like how do you cope like socially, you know what I'm saying?
Mm.
How's your family handling it, and you know, your friends and your partner and things like that?
Okay. So in terms of support from companies, I'll be honest, I'm not getting any. The response that I
Yeah.
always get, they already have other organizations that they are supporting. Thus far, there's only two organizations that have supported me and committed to donating for the event, even, which is, I
Mm,
will definitely mention them. It's Hungry Lion as well as
mm,
Disofeng. So those
mm,
two going to
yeah.
donate. There are two big corporates that I actually
Mm,
thought would be willing to donate. Just donate 100 pack of water. They
mm,
refuse. They literally
mm,
refuse. In terms of my family, it has been very tough. Imagine being a parent
mm,
and you constantly have to visit your child in hospital. It is very heartbreaking. My family
mm,
has been going through the most. I can literally say both my parents are,
mm,
are depressed. They are depressed because
okay.
they don't know what to do. They each time, the last time I was admitted, I was in hospital, right? I was not
Mm,
admitted. Everything was perfect. I just went for checkup the day before. So I was going to pick
mm,
up my tablets. How next thing I'm calling my mom. I'm like, hey, it's an emergency. I can't breathe anymore. Having to
mm,
deal with a child, very sickly child. I can imagine. I constantly
mm,
pray. I do not wish lupus upon anyone. I do not
mm,
wish for my child to ever get sick. It's a
mm,
very painful. My parents, even where they work, they know that anytime I'm going to call them for them to leave work. So with them
mm,
also, it feels they constantly making excuses. Um,
mm,
your child is always sick, and however, it got to a point where they literally understand. Yeah, relationship wise, I lupus murdered my relationship. Honestly,
mm,
my friends are giving me support. Obviously,
mm,
but most of them, I don't think people actually sit and research about
mm,
what you have. It's only a few people who will go and actually research about your condition, come back to you like, yo, Joe,
mm,
you're actually going through the most. So this thing does this,
mm,
does that, does that.
mm, mm,
Grateful for those friends. And then those who just constantly ask you, like, what's this? What's that? Why are you
mm,
in hospital? Like, you should be knowing these things. Sometimes it gets so annoying trying to explain all of those. Like, on your
mm,
side, you
mm,
went and did your research to find out that it's a certain amount of number of people who actually, the ratio, things like that. I feel like it's small
mm,
things. It explains itself. The first few lines, just reading about it,
mm,
explains
mm,
itself. So I don't expect people who are close to me to actually ask about this. It's usually
mm,
strangers who actually go and research, find out, and then they randomly
mm,
text you, hey, I
mm,
saw you posting about lupus. I actually went and read up about it, you know.
mm, mm,
And then, yeah,
mm,
I don't want to go into detail regarding relationships and partners and whatnot. However, yeah, it just it crippled my life. However, I do feel like I will recover. Sometimes God puts people in your life so that you can learn a lesson through
mm,
them. Sometimes some people are not meant for you, and you actually realize it once you go through difficult times that actually know this certain
mm,
individual should have been out of my life
mm,
initially.
mm,
Being told things like from the family, being told things like, no, she's sick, don't wait a bit on lobola negotiations and marrying her. So what does that mean?
mm,
Does it mean because I've got
mm,
lupus, I'm not supposed to be married? you know it's
mm,
not something that I asked God for. It's not something
mm,
that I said I want to have lupus. So certain, like, I feel, especially, I will specify black people, we
mm,
our mental state is not in
mm,
the right place. Our mental state, we are, so we don't want to learn, we don't want to read, we don't want to educate ourselves about things. It's
mm,
just
mm,
ayigula lo umshadi
mm,
omncane ukuthi ungashada umuntu ogulayo. Those were the
mm,
things said about
mm,
me. Kuncane ukuthi ungadila nomuntu ogulayo, wawungazitholeli
mm,
umuntu ongaguli and
mm,
just live your life, and like visiting someone constantly. I had that support. Let me not lie.
mm,
I had that support. I
mm,
had someone who would, until it got to the point where it was like, stop this. Don't do this to yourself. You are still too young to be dealing with someone who's
mm,
got what it is that they've got, not even knowing what is it that I've got that is constantly taking me to hospital. However, we
mm,
move, we go on. Like I said, I am a butterfly. They might have cut my wings. if I will walk, I will reach my destination. I will turn into a cocoon. And when I come back, they must know, Shubil,
mm, mm.
that's all I have to say. When I rebirth,
Wow.
I will be that lion. I will be
Mm,
that lion. Everything will
mm,
elevate in my life. Everything will
mm,
turn beautiful. I will be
mm,
the lupus warrior that I am. I will
mm,
fight to
mm,
to make sure that this disease is well known. That's all.
mm. Wow. I'm so inspired by what you're saying, and also I love how you're also very independent. I mean, like even after you have lost everything, you didn't give up and stuff, and
Yes.
you started your own decoration business. Tell us about that, Mfethu, and you know, and let's find out, Guti, how can we support you in that business as well, Yabo?
Yeah, thank you so much for mentioning that. So with me noticing that I actually will be struggling in corporate,
Mm,
I started my
mm,
own business. So what I
mm,
do is these parties, your adult parties, I am your girl.
mm,
I'm literally your girl. I've got everything regarding that.
mm,
So I'd
mm,
love for people to actually support me. And
mm,
tip of the bird right now, I just want to enter into farming. So soon I'll be selling
mm,
eggs, I'll be selling your sheep as well as your cows. So
mm,
can people stay tuned, follow me. There's so much that they are going to learn from me. And there's
mm,
also just so much that I will
mm,
teach people as well as just support my business. That's all.
mm, mm, mm. And
Also,
then yeah. Oh, sorry for interrupting you. Yeah, you can continue.
okay. I noticed that a lot of people, especially those who follow me on Facebook, have learned so
Mm,
much about me.
mm, mm,
Um, work for bank. I used to work for a
mm,
big bank, Standard Bank.
mm,
I started there before I actually got to FNB. So there's so many things that I
mm,
can teach about,
mm,
literally
mm,
regarding that.
mm,
So yeah, I'm that person.
mm. Do you ever see yourself? I mean, considering that you're an accountant, do you ever see yourself like offering more knowledge on that, like maybe consultancy? You know what I'm saying? Because there's us, like I'm an artist, who need business managers, like you,
Yeah,
in solving our taxes.
trust me, every business needs an accountant, no matter how small, no matter how
Yeah,
small, no matter how small the income that you are generating. You need your
yeah,
debit, your credit, guys. You need to
mm,
calculate your profits. So you need people like me, literally,
yeah,
to help you out. Yeah. So I am your accounting girl who would be able to
mm,
assist. Yes, you might be able to have the brains to run a business,
mm,
have those
mm,
ideas. However, you don't
mm,
have the brain to manage those finances. Yes, you might be making
mm,
money. However, you are not seeing the profit that you are making from that business. So you do need someone like me. And I am definitely willing to assist with those type of things. I'm constantly willing to actually assist people wherever I can with the little that I have and with the little knowledge that I have. I'm constantly for that. Like I mean, you need
okay.
like they what's the saying that they say it takes a nation to raise a child?
Child, yes.
Ubuntu, umuntu ngabantu.
Mm,
No. So I live for that, I strive for that, and I'm
mm,
always there for people. Have my back, I'll have your back. You know
mm.
that saying.
True that, true that, true that.
That
I mean, from day one, you've yeah, you've had our backs. Yeah, yeah,
I said.
yeah. So yeah, I'm glad you still using the accountancy knowledge, because me now myself, Mogwam, I need you as an artist, and this is those Amkada. So
I got
and
I got
yeah, yeah, and I mean, like, and I'm glad you mentioned in the Ubuntu, you know what I'm saying? Because I mean, it's time we make everything circulate around us, even like business wise and creating money and wealth, you know what I'm saying? So I love that you have that idea, you know what I'm saying? Because I wouldn't lie, I
Yeah.
thought maybe because when you sent me your biography and like I was like, Ish, should I ask her to be my business manager? I don't wanna put too much on her, you know what I'm saying? Because she's going through a lot and stuff like that. Yeah. But yeah, I love that. And also I'm hoping that um somewhere somehow people will see this and many other artists will also want to use your services, you know what I'm saying? We need a lot of independent people like you know what I'm saying? Because you have that hustler mentality. I mean, like you're a trendsetter. You like one of the first ones to get the organization for Ilupas. You know what I'm saying? And I'm learning from Ilupas from you, and you've got this whole walkathon now coming in Ntolena in the south. You know what I'm saying? So this right here, oh man, I'm excited. You know what I'm saying? Of what's coming, because you're bringing so many people together and from different skills and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like this right here is a blessing. Somehow they say like there's the good out of the bad and the bad out of the good. So even though this may have seemed like this was a bad situation, but now there's a blessing coming out of it. You know what I'm saying? So
Sure.
yeah, definitely. So about the walkathon
And
11 May.
yeah, can I just add on what you just said, right?
Yeah,
I feel like as Africans right now is the time for us to support each other. There's so many brands that I can mention to you right now. Like I'm literally that person. If I see someone doing something, maybe
yeah,
it's a or they're doing something, I want to buy
mm,
it. Because why? You are South African and I want your business to grow. As much as I am supporting you, I want one day for you to support me. You know, let's
mm,
keep this within the family. We are family, guys.
mm,
We are family.
mm,
Yeah.
mm, mm. Because I mean, as you've mentioned, you have the Sofing supporting you and others. You know what I'm saying? So this is an opportunity for us to say, okay, Sofing, yo, whoever the owner and everything, let's interview him. You know what I'm saying? Let's
Yeah.
tell let's talk about his journey in life and whatever. Let's put people like that on the map. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Um,
true.
yeah. So
Mm.
Tsakani, I don't know if anyone has ever told this. So Mina, I'm proud of you, even though I might be a stranger and I don't know you, but I'm very proud of you, Joe.
Thank you
Um,
so much.
I love what you're doing. Um, and I love that the fact that you haven't given up, you still have faith in God and you're still pushing, which is very inspirational. You know what I'm saying? Um,
Mm. Thank
so
you so
I
much.
wish more blessings for you in your career, spiritually and mentally and physically. You know what I'm saying? Because I know
Thank
with
you so
that attitude that you have, you're already healed. You know what I'm saying? So definitely, this please let this not be the last interview because I want us to do more. You know what I'm saying? Um,
Yeah,
with the skills
definitely.
that you have, yeah, you're gonna be an inspiration to many other young women as well. So
Thank you so
um,
much.
yeah, so I'm looking forward
Looking
to it,
forward
man.
to I'm looking forward
11
to
May,
seeing you on the 11th of May.
yeah,
Peggy Vera. We are walking, we are nice, we are butterflying.
definitely, definitely.
Thank
Um, Love, enjoy the rest of your evening. Yeah, thank you so
you
much
so
again.
much. All right.
Salute, salute.
Nice
Voila,
to meet you.
sharp, sharp. Voila.
Bye.
Yeah, guys. Oh man, shout out to Tsakane, brah. Man, she's a very strong lady, man. Shout out to her. Yep, this is our session for Ballers Booth. Shout out to everyone that's gonna be watching. Shout out to everyone that has been supporting us. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. I got two podcasts: Hip Hop Nation TV, which is just strictly hip hop, and also now we've just got a new baby called Ballers Booth, man, which is beautiful. We get to invite people like Tsakane Baloyi, very soon I'm going to be in Kenton Lee, one of the house DJs. You know what I'm saying, guys, and many entrepreneurs and many other people that are gonna come from different spheres of life. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so we're looking forward to this. You know what I'm saying? Um, we excited with what's coming. You know what I'm saying? So definitely, I'm looking forward to it. This is gonna be a beautiful 2024. You know what I'm saying? We're already in February, but yo, the guests that are coming in, guys, watch out, watch out, watch out. Anyway, peace. I'm out. Salute.